everyone, this is Gale from PaulGaleNetwork.com, and thank you for joining me today for video game news. It is August 3rd, 2021, and these are the top stories of the day. To kick things off, we've got something really cool to check out from Nintendo on their Twitter page. The new Pokemon Snap free content update is now available on Nintendo Switch. Explore 3 expansive new areas and try to snap photos of the 20 additional Pokemon that couldn't be found in existing areas before. I think this is fantastic. We knew that it was coming. We already knew that it was going to be free, but the fact that it's here now and I'm about to try it out myself later tonight is just awesome to see. The game came out a couple of months ago, and in my opinion, was already a pretty solid product. It wasn't absolutely enormous, filled with, just dozens of hours worth of stages and things to unlock and Pokemon to, capture, but quite a bit, honestly. Enough that I think it was warranted that $60 price tag. Nice areas, a couple of surprises along the way, really fleshed out graphics, solid animations, quite a good amount of Pokemon and variety in the types across generations and getting them to do different things day and night, different elements that you unlocked in the stages. And here, 3 brand new areas, 20 new Pokemon, and all for free. That's really cool. If it was paid for and it was affordable for these 3, like if they charged $10, I think that would have been fair. $10 seems appropriate for what they're offering, but the fact that it's free is even better, and no one's going to complain at that. So I haven't checked it out myself yet. Let me know if you have or if you plan on it. So pretty cool. Moving on, we've got some other Twitter stuff to go over, but on very different sides of things. Fortnite teased earlier today that some more characters from the Street Fighter world would be coming to Fortnite, and just a couple of hours later they announced Cammy and Guile officially debuting. This is their model. You can see that Guile is more or less sporting his Street Fighter 2 look, got a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow going, very pronounced hair. That's on par with the character though, and overall he looks pretty good. I like the uniform. The face could be a little bit more Guile-like in my opinion, but I'm pretty satisfied with his look. Most of the time you're looking at the character from the backside as you're running across terrain in Fortnite, so it's alright. And speaking of backside, Cammy typically has a thong in Street Fighter games. Not every outfit, but usually, this is what you see from the front and back. And without having a thong that's going to be in people's faces, she's got this, tight camo inspired pants or leggings that kind of go under. So they made that, not that Street Fighter was a rated M game for scantily clad women or anything like that in the first place, but Fortnite being so big, being played by such a youthful audience, they're both T-rated, but I guess they figured, instead of having a female character running away from you, always, having butt physics in front and stuff like that, let's just put her in pants. Some will complain about the look. I think her look is actually pretty cool. I like the costume, I like her face model, and I'm understanding of the camo pants, which at least they look cool because her legs, after all, always had that camo print on them. So pretty cool update overall. I already have Ryu and Chun-Li, as well as several other characters that I've purchased over the years. Usually crossover characters like Master Chief and Kratos I buy, but I'm welcoming Cammy and Guile, and we'll probably check them out too. Okay, and finally, also Street Fighter news, but Street Fighter 5 related. We have a brand new and final character coming to Street Fighter 5 with some interesting information coming along with this character from Capcom. I'll push play and then I'll go into a little bit of a discussion as to what I think is going to come next from this character. I did watch this previously.
あの背中に追いつくために
Someday I wanted to become a man like him. Really want to go through the trouble? Fine. Who is this guy? Let's get started with it already. The Japanese voice actor for him sounds familiar. I wouldn't be surprised if I've heard of something else before. Energetic, cool looking character. Nice moves at least. I'll never lose to anyone. So that's Luke, in case you didn't catch the name. And I'm going to rewind a little bit so that you could see the name right here, Luke, being added after Akira. But I'll probably pause it on, yeah, there we go, that's a good image, a nice still of him. The character's face looks kind of like Ken, but I could say possibly Guile. He has a star on his shoulder. He's got stars on his forearms. You know, the Japanese voice actor makes me think of a Ken also, kind of energetic, but he's too old to be Ken's son in this game, and we already know that Ken's son is Mel. He's got this V look going right here, which, you know, introduced in Street Fighter V. That's a tie-in with his tattoo. Could be a military son of someone. Could be a long-lost son of Guile's. We know that Guile has a daughter from Street Fighter II's ending. My thought when I was originally pitching to Capcom ideas for Street Fighter V, which this was before 5 officially became a thing, was to take the series in the future and to have characters like Mel be older and actually take place canon-wise after Street Fighter 3, because 4 actually takes place before 3, and I wanted to take the series further, so my idea for 5 was after 3. 5 ended up being after 4, yet before 3. But one of my other ideas was to have Remy actually in canon as part of the official story be one of Guile's children, aside from his already known daughter. So the thought of how I wanted to incorporate that was that, you know, while Guile was on missions serving the U.S. Air Force around the world, maybe before he met his wife, maybe during, but far away for a long time. You know, he was with a woman in France, had a son, didn't know about him, maybe did, passed the powers on to his son, Remy, which was why Remy has some type of backstory against some type of existing Street Fighter champion, you know, has a Sonic Boom-ish move, has a flash kick-like move. Maybe he would have resentment over his father that abandoned him and his mom raised him. He found out that it is Guile. That's why he's seeking to go into the tournament to fight fighters. Guile is retired from the Street Fighter tournament, so he's unfulfilled in his, you know, desire to beat him or meet him. But they could iron out the story, and they could retcon, since they didn't officially say who's Remy's father, but they could retcon it in what would have been Street Fighter V in my mind, and I thought that would be cool. Maybe something like that is here, where this is Guile's son, looks to be older than his daughter, although his daughter would also be older now than she was in Street Fighter II, but still this looks like somebody older than what even the daughter would be at this point in 5. And You know, this could be Guile's kid from meeting some woman from outside of the US or in the US and having a relationship, having a son, maybe that he knew about, maybe not, before his existing marriage with his wife, you know, go back home and be a family man and daughter. And this kid grew up trying to find his dad, find who his father is, found out that it's Guile, wanted to be like him, trying to get into the U.S. Air Force, getting tattoos of, you know, stars and stripes and stuff like that. At least that's the thought. Guile's kid. His moves look different enough. I'm sure that he is a U.S. character, but that was just the Japanese actor that we were listening to. I'm interested. And the reason why I'm interested, beyond just, okay, being a new character and us not yet knowing his backstory, is that Capcom specifically said that Luke will be someone important down the line in Street Fighter lore. So I'm almost thinking, could this be one of the debut characters that's front and center in the roster of Street Fighter 6, one of the main characters in that game? Could Street Fighter 6 take place finally after 3? And, you know, we're getting a glimpse of Luke now so that we like him, we like how he plays and stuff like that, so that when 6 comes along, there's a little bit of a time jump and we've got this connection to him already. And maybe it's not Guile's kid, maybe it's somebody else's kid entirely, maybe it's not even a Street Fighter's son, and it's just someone that wants to be like him. Who is him? Could be Guile, could be Ken. Ken has someone who looks up to him in Sean. You know, Ryu has someone that looks up to him in Sakura. So this could be Guile's protege. We'll see. I'm excited though. I love Street Fighter. I love talking Street Fighter. You know, it's one of my top 3 IP of all time in the video game world. So I'm hopeful for some cool things to come from Capcom in the near future that's Street Fighter related. Let me know your thoughts. What do you like of my Street Fighter 5 pitch originally, which I think would still work overall in SF6? What do you think of Luke? What do you think of Fortnite? Guile and Cammy coming there. Could this be Guile and Cammy's son? Probably not that, but you never know. Alright, thanks for watching. This is PGN signing out. Appreciate your time as always. Hope you all have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy. Bye.